Three of the best radio talk show hosts in the country from Seattle, nationally syndicated radio talk show host and my perennial critic, Michael Medved, at our D.C. bureau, Wilmer Leon of XM Radio, kind soul that he is and friendly face. Good to have you with us. And here in New York, Rachel Maddow of Era America, liberal and absolutely elegant in her kindness to me. That may end tonight, but I want to get it on the record that until this point. Let's start with this attack ad, Michael Medved, between Romney and Huckabee in Iowa. Who's it going to work for?
It's going to work for Giuliani and McCain. I mean, look, this is classic. Last time, in 2004, a month before the Iowa caucuses, and we're 3 weeks ahead of the Iowa caucuses now, the clear front runners in Iowa were Gephardt and Howard Dean. And then they started attacking each other, and they ended up finishing third and fourth, respectively. This is very bad for both candidates. And I think, frankly, Huckabee is handling it a little bit better than Romney is. I mean, Romney has his own problems on the immigration issue, the problems of the Guatemalans on his front lawn. My question, Lou, for you or for anybody is, if Romney is at all serious about what he's saying, and he wants a big crackdown on any company that knowingly hires illegals, then why did he go back to a company that he now says is criminal to continue to provide service for his front lawn? Yeah,
The reality is that eliminating one company will not change a thing, as you know, Michael.
Yeah, of course.
The fact is, nearly every landscaping company, every major beef packing plant in the country has hired illegal aliens. It's the disingenuous aspect of this that should trouble everyone. The reality is we've got to have a public policy that shuts this down. And we've got to find a Congress with courage, a president who is not a complete weak-kneed servant of corporate America. Wilmer, your thoughts?
Well, I think that Romney is very fortunate that Giuliani isn't in Iowa, because Giuliani was the one who raised that issue of the illegal workers on Romney's front lawn during one of the debates. And I think also what this really highlights to Mitt Romney and to others is that you can't vote and take positions for political expediency on the front end and then change your position and try and claim the moral high ground on the back end. Right. Romney has spent $20 million in Iowa and is losing his lead. If he'd have spent half as much money, he might have gained more points.
In other words, he could have spent some of that money on American labor to mow his own lawn. Is that what you're suggesting?
He could have paid his sons to do it.
He could have generated some spine and some spiritual interest in any of his positions. Lou, I think what's going on here, the story that this tells me is how weak the Republican field still is this late in the game. I mean, for Romney to be picking abortion and immigration as the issues on which he's going to attack other candidates when he has such personal problems with those issues in his record shows that he doesn't have a stronger leg to stand on if he's picking that weak leg to stand on. Also, Mike Huckabee, turns out, is very bad at responding to attacks on him. His record is full of stuff for other candidates to attack him on, and his responses thus far to all of these little scandals have been Bush League politics. He's not playing this like a national candidate.
Well, we know some people who are playing very professional politics. Those Democrats, and Rachel, we're going to see if you find anything where the sand might be leaking from their sack. Any of these candidates next. I'm just like
with Huckabee.
I'm just like Huckabee. I love those metaphors, similes, and whereases. We'll be back with our panel in just a moment. First, we're back with Michael Medved, Wilmer Leon, Rachel Maddow. Rachel, what do you think? Is Oprah helping Obama?
Oprah is helping Obama because she got that many thousand people out to an event for him, which is necessarily going to drive volunteerism. It's going to put energy into his campaign. People who don't go to those events won't necessarily be inspired by her endorsing him. But those people that came to that event are fired up.
Michael?
Yeah, sure. Of course Oprah helps Obama. She'd help anybody. I think the surprise candidate in Iowa for Democrats could be John Edwards for the same reasons we're talking about with the Republicans. With Obama and Hillary sniping at each other and increasingly bitter, and Edwards saying, I'm going to take a more positive tack, he got 32% in the Iowa caucuses last time. If he does that well this time, he wins.